Announcing a definitive agreement to buy Warner Brothers in a multi-billion-dollar deal.
A major billion-dollar merger deal.
Netflix is on the offensive.
That massive media merger.
According to the wires and a press release tell you that Paramount is now launching a tender offer.
Paramount Skydance
launching a hostile takeover bid for Warner Brothers Discovery.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SEN, Seriously Entertaining News. I am your host, Chiyoon Sung. Now, today's big topic, Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers. Well, not all of Warner Brothers, just a tiny bit of it. According to BBC, Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers Pictures, Television and Games, DC Studios, HBO and HBO Max, TNT Sports International, and New Line Cinema. As I said, just a little bit. This means that Superman, Batman, and all those superhero movies by DC will be owned and made by Netflix. This means that True Detective, Sopranos, Sex Lives with College Girls, and by the way, amazing title, and all the other good HBO TV series will be owned and made by Netflix. So yeah, the movies that we want to see, like Green Lantern, The Comeback, Justice League, Age of Ultron, Netflix is gonna do it. If we want high-quality TV series like Sopranos 2, Chernobyl 2, Sex Lives of College Girls 2, Sex Lives of Women with Jobs, a Sex Life of College Girls spin-off, Netflix is gonna do it. Now, just when everything seems so peaceful, another guy comes in. And that guy's name, let me find out. That guy's name was, Paramount. Now, Paramount, they're not just coming for a little bit of Warner Brothers. No, sir. They're coming for the whole goddamn thing. The Paramount deal, on top of the Netflix deal, also includes Discovery, CNN, Eurosport, TNT and TNT Sports US, and 18 other channels. So, of course, after a bunch of refusals, Paramount decides to play hardball. They propose a hostile bid.
Paramount launched a hostile takeover bid for all of Warner Brothers Discovery.
Now, using more academic terminology, they propose, gimme that shit.
Skydance believed that their offer was superior to the Netflix offer, and they feel like they got short shrift, and so their choice was at that point to either, pack up their bags and go home, or to do what they're doing, which is to, quote-unquote, bring their offer directly to Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders, which is Wall Street argot for going hostile.
So, given all these hot headlines, media coverage, what does this all mean? What does this mean to the media business? And what does this mean to the consumers like you and me? Do I have to state the obvious? We do not go to theaters anymore. Take a look at this graph. Duh! Now, unfortunately, we do have valid reasons for this. Now, number one, they're expensive. I mean, come on. Nobody wants to use $20 to go to the theaters and another $10 to buy a bag of popcorn. Number two, we're lazy. I mean, nobody wants to move their fat butt 2 kilometers just for a 2-hour experience. It's simple as that. Now, of course, there are other economic, systematic reasons to explain this decline, but just by focusing on the consumers like you and me, these two are the most valid reasons. Now Netflix has all the Warner Brother movies. Simply, why would anyone care to go to the movie theaters anymore? Well, here's the deal. Whether you like it or not, watching movies in theaters is an artistic culture with beauty and uniqueness. Now take a look at what author Ben Fritz said about this.
But on the other hand, they're called movies because they're made to be seen in movie theaters. Most filmmakers make their movies to be seen in movie theaters. They don't make them to be seen on a TV, let alone a tablet or a phone. What is a movie but like a long episode of TV at some point? Like movies lose their specialness.
Yes, there is a difference between sitting on your couch and going to the theaters. Encapsulated in darkness with a group of people, visual and auditory effects surrounding you, that temporary immersion and obsession is simply valuable culture. Now, Ben Fritz also said this.
And I think there's a very good argument that a lot of the most significant culturally impactful movies in history have been culturally impactful because people saw them together.
Think about PTA's recent masterpiece, One Battle After Another. We loved it. Everybody loved it. Now, the movie covers so many different topics. White supremacy, modern totalitarianism, the controversy of rebellion. Now, in this case, the big screen in front of us becomes a huge message. And that message is best understood when we are together in the darkness. Now, what I'm trying to say with all of these quotations, graphs, and articles is that it doesn't matter if you're a cinephile or not. It really doesn't. But the impact, the influence that movie theaters have on humanity, are we ready for that to vanish? Now, of course, due to all this controversy, Netflix's CEOs did speak up. Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters said the following.
Will we preserve theatrical releases as part of WBD's distribution model? Yes, we're fully committed to releasing Warner Brothers movies in theaters, just as they do today. Theatrical is an important part of their business and legacy, and we don't want to change what makes Warner Brothers so valuable. If this deal had happened 2 years ago, hits like Minecraft and Superman would still have premiered on the big screen as they did, and that's how we plan to keep it. We haven't prioritized theatrical in the past because that wasn't our business at Netflix. When this deal closes, we will be in that business.
You know what? That's actually pretty convincing. It really is. Now, James Cameron, famous film director, answered back to this very convincing statement. According to the Chosun Daily, James Cameron, movie director, warned that the merger would be a disaster for the film industry. After that, he stated that he was criticizing Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos for stating that theatrical films are dead. Last but not least, he stated that their approach is, we'll only show it for a week. Netflix is a streaming giant. Its revenue, popularity, all of its goals, they're all concentrated in streaming. And let's be honest, streaming is easier, more convenient, and better. So can we honestly believe that movie theaters will survive? No, but for a more candid question, do we even care about the survival of movie theaters? Do we recognize the value and the impact that theaters have brought upon human history? Or is it just time to accept a new era? Boom! Boom! Where did that come from? We were talking about media, we were talking about movies and culture, and now all of a sudden politics? Oh my god. I mean, Chiyoon, that's too sensitive, that's too controversial. Well, hear me out. Warner Brothers, they're not just a movie company. They also have CNN. Now, Paramount, they have CBS. And what Paramount offered to Warner Brothers includes financial support from Jared Kushner. Now, who the hell is Jared Kushner, right? Well, he's also known as Donald Trump's son-in-law. Politics. Now, let me get this straight. Political intervention is inevitable. Now, this isn't about being left or right. It has nothing to do with that. Due to antitrust laws and the prevention of a monopoly, regulatory actions must be made. That is a fact. I mean, one company dominating the whole media industry, other companies shutting down, people losing their jobs? No, we can't let that happen. That shouldn't happen. Now, very thankfully, Donald Trump said that he would be involved in the Warner Brothers bid.
Should they be allowed to buy Warner Brothers? Should Netflix?
Well, that's the question. They have a very big market share. And when they have Warner Brothers, that share goes up a lot. So I don't know. That's going to be for some economists to tell. And I'll be involved in that decision.
But as said ago, if political intervention deviates itself towards family connections, well, that becomes a problem. In a situation where big news platforms like CNN and CBS is involved, these ethical concerns are growing even more. SEN